Yo, what is up, guys? This is RizzyPOW. We are here with week 4 of season 2 of the MPL, and we're going to be going up against the San Francisco 49Tales. We, of course, are the Phoenix Sunfloras, and I'm going to be post-commenting this match because I tried to live comment, and then in the battle, like, it froze. OBS froze on me in the middle of the battle, which sucked, honestly. But it's fine. I'm going to be post-commenting it instead, and we're going to be going against Byser, and this was a very scary match for us. This is another divisional match, and we're the yellow division, and Byser right now has not won a single game yet, and on the other hand, we've won every single game so far, which we were like number 2, I think, in terms of differential. But Byser is a very good player, I know that, and I knew he was going to try really hard against me. I knew he was going to. He also had a good matchup, so I knew he had a really good chance to win. I knew he was going to. I knew there was a really good chance he was going to prepare a lot for this battle, you know, because he wanted to get his first win. He just started the season off rough. That's the only reason why he's lost all 3 of his games. But we're going up against him, and as I said, we did not have the best matchup against him. We had a pretty bad matchup against him overall. Megazard X obviously is evil, and it can actually wreck my team as well. On the team that I brought, I only have stuff to like revenge kill it, and I do have Rotom, which can toxic it, and then I can paint split and do some weird shenanigans with it. I don't really have a huge answer to it. I didn't spend as much time preparing this match as I usually have, just because I didn't have much time this week and stuff like that, and I just didn't get a chance to prep as well. But yeah, so I don't really have a huge answer for it. I could take it on with even after Dragon Dance, I could take it on with quite a bit of my Mons still. And like, he can't, even at +1, he can't take out T-Tower with EQ. He can't take out Azumarill unless he has Thunder Punch, and he can't take out my Rotom Heat unless he has Outrage. So I just need to keep some things healthy, and I didn't think he was going to be able to set up a second Dragon Dance on me. I didn't really see that being able to happen because he can't really set up on anything else unless he gets Toxic or something like that. So I wasn't really worrying about a second Dragon Dance, and yeah, so that thing was really scary. He also made a couple new trades this week. He traded Tornadus Eye and Espeon for Staraptor and Celebi, so those also wrecked my team as well. Celebi not as much. Staraptor was a huge threat to my team, and I brought Bronzong for it. It still wasn't the best answer for it, but it was something. It doesn't have any recovery either, and Celebi could have also been a problem if he tried to like baton pass stuff into other things, and it was a really good thing to stop my banded Azumarill. So let's just get into the team I have right now. I got a defensive Rotom Heat, I got a defensive Bronzong, I got a banded Azumarill, I got a Life Orb. What is it? I got a Life Orb Latios, and I got a Mega Pinsir and a Scarftar. So we're gonna be going into this match. Wait one sec. We're gonna be going into this match right about now, and yeah, so it's gonna be sped up a little bit. And he is going to lead off with his Rotom Wash as I lead off with my Rotom Heat. And I sort of switch out into my Latios because I know I can. From a normal Rotom, I could have taken any hit. So I just went for that. He went for Volt Switch, which is fine. I'm going to switch out right here. He goes on a Porygon Z, which is fine. I knew a Thunder Wave was probably coming, and he can't do anything at all to my Rotom Heat. So I just go on to that expecting the Thunder Wave. There's no move that he can use to touch me anyway, so I think I Volt Switch right here. No, I go for the Toxic. Yeah, I was expecting him to maybe switch on to Zard X and maybe try to set up on me, but yeah, so I'm going to switch on my Tyranitar, and he's going to go for Shadow Ball, and right here, I'm going to go for Pursuit, and he actually decides to let his Gengar go down, or maybe he didn't expect the Pursuit, but Pursuit's going to come through and take out the Gengar. That was a huge threat to my team, but I got taken care of. I didn't really have a proper switch into it, except for Scarftar, but Focus Blast is also a thing. I only had things of reliably revenge killing it with Pursuit, but I'm going to switch in this right here, and that crit kind of, well, it kind of sucked, as you'll see later. It's not that huge of a deal, but we see his Life Orb right there, and he's going to go out into his Rotom Wash. And I think right here I go out into my Latios, you know, expecting him to be like a defensive set. And right over here, I should have calced this properly. I don't know. I should have calced this, and I should have seen that I knew he was offensive at this point. I should have realized that he was Expert Belt. I should have properly calced it. But he's not, and you could even see I was thinking he's either Expert Belt or he's Scarfed, and you could even see that my Latios got hit by the Sandstorm first. So I went for Hinterpower Fire, expecting his switch into Scizor, and it didn't happen. So he went out into Umbreon instead. So I'm just gonna drop a Draco Meteor right there, and that is pretty cool. It's gonna take a ton of damage from the Umbreon, and I'm gonna go down right here as he goes for the Iron Tail, as you'll see. Yeah, I don't know why he ran Iron Tail against me. Maybe it was for the Tyranitar. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know why. I'm not 100% sure. So I go for Superpower, and Azumarill gets his first kill in the season. Yeah, finally. But Azumarill is gonna get his kill right there. It's a Banded Azumarill, and he's gonna switch out into his Rotom Wash, as I'm gonna switch out into my Bronzong right over here. So that is going to hurt him, and I didn't really have a switch into this thing, so that's why I went for Bronzong. I know he could have gone for Shadow Ball, but I didn't really have much of a response. So now right here, I was thinking, you know, he might go for a Dragon Dance. He was probably going to go for a Dragon Dance as well as expecting, so I just went for the Toxic, and I didn't expect him to just straight up go for the Flare Bliss, because I could have been Heat Proof, and if I was Heat Proof, I would have lived, and I could have gotten EQ off or something like that. So that's why I didn't expect him, because I have brought Heat Proof in the past. So I just expected him to go for the Dragon Dance, but he decides to kill me off, which is fine. Now right here, I go to my Scarftar, I go for the Stone Edge. He doesn't expect the Scarftar, and it misses, as well as a Will-O-Wisp, which sucked though. It really, really sucked. He's going to go out into his Scizor, and Scizor is going to take a ton of damage. And right here, I calced it wrong, and I thought I would live. I calced it without a Life Orb. For some reason, I knew he had a Life Orb. I saw it before, but I actually calculated without a Life Orb, and it said I would have lived. And even though he still got a high roll with the Life Orb, but you know, you can't say anything about that. And right here, I could have gone for the Quick Attack, but I expected him to like switch out into like his Rotom, so I want to get some nice damage off on that. But he decides to just go for the BP and sack his Scizor off, which means he does not have a Fairy Resist on his team now. So Azumarill can have some fun. It can just fire off Play Roughs. But I'm gonna switch out into out of my Mega Pinsir. I'm gonna go out into my Rotom Heat. He's gonna go for the Tri-Attack, and it doesn't do anything at all. It doesn't do anything at all, and I'm gonna go for the Toxic right here. It's kind of obvious, but he doesn't have a switch in. He doesn't have a switch in for the Toxic, so this thing is going to get Toxic, which is really nice. And I already know that this is a defensive set because he went for Will-O-Wisp. It just seems that he does not have the Dragon Dance. I think we already saw... No, we saw Flare Blitz, and we only saw Flare Blitz and Will-O-Wisp. So I'm assuming he has Roost, and the other move might be either EQ, Thunder Punch, or Dragon Claw. So I go to the full switch right here. We got him Poison, which is really, really nice. And Bubbles comes out, and... I just switch on to Bubbles to bait the Will-O-Wisp, and I go back out into Rotom Heat because I got some more leftovers health back. And yeah, I should have gone out into Mega Pinsir instead, because Mega Pinsir could have outsped this thing, and for some reason I didn't do that. That was a dumb play. But he goes for the Roost right here, which is fine. I'm going to go for the Volt Switch, and I'm going to go out into my Mega Pinsir. I'm going to go for the Return. I'm going to take him out. So I'm skipping a little bit, obviously, but yeah, if that thing had landed earlier, it would have actually been really nice if that Stone Edge landed earlier, because I would have been able to take him out, and I would still have my Bronzong, which would have been able to, it would have been really nice for this match. Even though he does have Shadow Ball on his Rotom, I could still, you know, Toxic it probably. As I'm going to go on to Rotom Heat, and I'm not looking in a good position. He is not Expert Belt. I was thinking... He is Expert Belt. I was thinking maybe he'd be Scarf, but as I said earlier, I didn't see the Sand thing happen, and pretty much I lost. He goes for Thunderbolt, and that takes me out. So that's our first loss of the season, guys, and I'm not too... well, I still have this thing. If I get a crit, I can take it out. Nope. But we lost 2-0, so that sort of sucks, but it's honestly not that big of a deal. I was undefeated before, and now I'm not, but I didn't really care about being undefeated, honestly. So it's not huge of a deal. Plus, it was against a good battler, Byser, and he's been struggling this entire season so far. So I don't feel bad for losing against them. What I do feel bad about is the way I played and maybe a little bit of my prep, but my prep was because I didn't take enough time, which that's an easier fix. I always say there's more to learn. Well, not me, but like a lot of people say, there's more to learn from a loss than a win. And I feel that I guess I'm just a little bit out of practice when it comes to battling. And I'm going to go back to Showdown and do stuff like that. So, I'm probably going to have some Showdown lives coming to the channel very soon. And there's also tomorrow, there's going to be a Super Mystery Dungeon. I'm going to have an LP of that. So stay tuned for that. I might be streaming later today as well. So come and check that out. And yeah, that was week 4 of the MPL, our first loss. But you know, it's not that big of a deal. We go up against Slacks next week, which is going to be a crazy battle. I'm so excited for that battle. But yeah, I'm out. Peace.